Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to this transmission. Like, to be honest, I didn't even know how to name this transmission because it was, but the idea is, oh, Vanessa, thank you. The idea is that so just make sure that you are tuning into the right transmission. Okay. This is a transmission about for some broadcasting from Sacred Valley in Peru. And today is actually the 12/21 portal 1221 and the summer or winter solstice. Right here, right now is the summer solstice because we are in South America, in the South Hemisphere. And but the other places, it will be the winter solstice. And I am, yeah, like picking this day to do this transmission because some of you are very curious about my plant medicine journey that I had last week. Yeah, so it was almost a week ago, almost a week ago. So exactly a week ago, actually. Oh, time flies. So, oh my God, this is such a profound experience, and there was so much details and nuances and insight and downloads and upgrade, and also, tips and my own sharing that I want to communicate and share with people. But it has to done be a very conscious way, very discerning way. Previously, usually whatever experience I have, I'll just post on social media, the IG story, or yeah, social media. But what I have received was so much that it's no post, no story like on social media can really sort of sum up or even like summarize enough like to capture the essence of it, so that a book will have to be birthed in order for me to, because what I had experienced last week is actually a series of events and journey for my whole like soul spiritual journey, especially this past year. So actually to do justice with the information, the codes that I receive, it has to become through a book or a direct transmission. So while the book will take some time for me to physically write it, and that's why I feel called to, while the memories of all these codes are still very fresh and I've already integrated a big part of them, so I can share with everyone. Now, before I dig deeper into it, and I just want to know, now, please, if you have any specific questions regarding my journey, please type in the chat so I can make sure that we cover that in this transmission today, because I will be sharing about like how I did it, what I went through, the journeys themselves, and also how I actually prepare for the journey. So that maybe that will be helpful for you, because I think some of you might be actually interested at one point in your life, or maybe you have already in your life co-creating with the plant medicine program, also the plant medicine teachers. Okay, so all right, we have questions here. Okay, Vanessa asks if it is part of the Million program of Regan. What is plant medicine? Okay, so all right, so first answer you this question is not about the millionaire program of Reagan. It's something extra. You don't have to be in the millionaire program. So some background information now that Vanessa bring this up is that like I am also in container called MMM. So manifest magic millions in whatever order that is, the 3M. So it's a host, is led and run by my mentor, one of my mentor, Regan Hillier. And yeah, so I am in that 12-month intensive program to recode myself to serve as a conscious multimillionaire, multimillionaire or millionaire in this physical reality. So that is a program that I'm in, but the plant medicine retreat, the retreat that I have been, is not part of it, it's separate, but also organized by Regan and Kwampa. All right, some background information. Okay, first disclaimer, I don't receive any kickbacks from this transmission or like telling you about my journey, but and probably people will be very excited about this retreat. So what I attend is called the Releasing into Abundance, organized by Kwampa and Regan. They are both beautiful beings, and I am in an intensive um, platinum membership with Regan. So she's one of my important mentors right now. And yes, so that's the space I'm in. And then the release into abundance is technically it's an 11-day container. Okay. So it's a retreat. We are all together in Sacred Valley in a retreat center, beautiful retreat center, like a fairyland. It's literally a fairyland. Like there are fairies on the land in the sacred valley of Peru. So it's an 11-day of releasing into abundance, because what is blocking us from enjoying abundance, which is actually our natural state, is all these conditionings and all the blockages that is actually holding us back to live our true essence. So that's the idea about releasing to abundance retreat. And plant medicine is part of the the tools that we use in the retreat. And there are other tools, like there are embodiment practices, and there are music, sound, quantum healing during the ceremonies and before and after those ceremonies. Another question that I saw on the chat is, what is plant medicine? All right, great questions. Okay. You didn't know and you saw it now. I love that. You trust me. Okay. Plant medicine is plant, right? So there are different type of plant medicine. There are many plant medicine, right? In particular, when we mention plant medicine, is usually those plant-based medicine that had conscious state altering effect, like psychedelic effect, conscious state alternating effect. So what I did, there are other available in the retreat. What I did, I co-create with the plants are ayahuasca and wachuma. That's also called sempetro, so which is a cactus plant. And I'm not an expert in any way with plant medicine. So this transmission is really about sharing my goals and my insight, what I receive, my upgrades, because it's so profound. And I can share with you that like it is not common. So I have heard a lot of people have done like plant medicine before, and they have their own journey they share. And I was like, okay, that's one realm of reality. But I exist in another reality to begin with anyway. So when I work with plant medicines, actually really take me to another realm. Okay, I will talk about more details. But just want to like tap in right here because I cannot see your faces. And how is everyone doing? Is it following okay? Do you want me to give you more information about the retreat? All right, I don't get any commission or kickbacks about that. It's just usually people know me, know that if I love something, if I love something or have an opinion about something, I just cannot stop talking and share with people. And hope these codes are all helpful to you. Also another layers, because I think like before I started co-creating with plant medicine, this is actually my first time working with plant medicines. Yes, I have like taken mushroom, but not the psychedelic mushroom. I have been always co-creating with tonic mushrooms, a reishi, cordyceps, like different blends of like tonic mushroom for vitality, for health, and for connecting with spirit, but not psychedelic. Actually, this is the first time I co-create with plant medicine in like psychedelic quality to bring wave consciousness altering qualities. And there have been many plant medicine. I'm not an expert on that, but if you're curious, just Google it. Google it, ask around people that have done it, and there are many types, and they all are teachers. So plant medicine, they are teachers. They have a lot of information to share with us. So all right. So tell you about the retreat, like the technical thing before I go into more details about the journey. So 11 days I was there. Everything was like the food was well taken care of, the accommodation. and transportation from Cusco, which is the airport, to Sacred Valley. So everything was really well organized. And it is, well, the reason I really want to share is that it is not your typical ayahuasca journey, because nowadays it's getting become more and more popular. People just, go into like a weekend trip to, I lived in Bali before, and in Bali there's a very, and people do all kinds of like experiences. And so now, yeah, so like I already know this, I have heard about these medicine. They are always in my field, and I know that they can really help to alternate your consciousness, to expand your consciousness, and so you can tap into different dimensions. But I never really felt the calling to work with these teachers, this plant medicine teacher, until maybe a year ago. Like after actually I have done a lot for my own personal spiritual development. And yeah, and earlier, so like there's just so many going around that but I felt like a lot of people might not be actually working with the medicine with a more what we call like a healthy mentality. Okay, there's no right or wrong, good or bad, but the medicine work with wherever you are at. The medicine will show you when you're working with it, whether different medicine might be some medicine is drinking, some medicine is about smoking, some, that's different type depending on the medicine you co-create with. So the medicine will always show you what you are ready to receive. So actually, the more healing work, spiritual work, inner work that we have already done before we meet these teachers can show us something else rather than have to, of course, like um ayahuasca, because what I've heard, like before I came actually like received the medicine myself, I have like, so I ask people, like I talk about, oh, I'm going to, ayahuasca soon, and I ask people about like who have done it and their journey. Everyone, like most people, the testimonial that I receive is kind of like scary and heavy, and it's like because like is the ayahuasca medicine is like very like deep Plutonian, like Pluto kind of energy that can like really take you to the underworld and purge out, release everything that is heavy and dense. You like we take you to the medicine, the grandmother take you to the underworld, like so that you can reborn again. It's kind of like, well, a dance experience. So, but like most of the and people purge a lot of flow up and all that. Like I have like come across a lot of those stories. So, but I was like, okay, yes, I can collect this information, but well, let's see, let's see. It doesn't mean that this will happen to me. Yeah. And all right, so I probably you already know, like if you want me to fill it up with the exact like retreat, you can just pop in some details questions later on. But actually, I actually signed up for this retreat more than a year ago, like maybe almost like 1.5 year ago. Now, 1 year and 4 months probably. Because it was supposed to be happen like earlier, but somehow it got postponed. So end up I have 1.5 year to prepare. So I signed up like August last year. Um, and when you say yes, any kind of plant medicine, or even sacred medicine, because I also work with toad medicine, which is the bufo, which I love so much. Actually, was the first, what we can say, psychedelic medicine that I have worked with, and I always prefer natural substances. I've never done drugs before. I'm never interested in that. I don't know, I'm just never interested in anything that is artificial or like chemical, like heavily like man-made artificial. And I have like, even though in my normal everyday life, I'm already working with beings in multiple dimensions. So this is kind of my reality to begin with. I talk with angels, I work with dragons, I work with unicorn, I am a unicorn. And so like that's just a baseline, like in case, people, because the medicine work, wherever you are, actually the medicine is actually talking through me to you. All right. So for me, I was never really like called to get into like drugs, that kind of thing. Like, but because I have many, many lifetimes as priestess, in different ancient civilization. So for a priestess, we honor, like we know that like working with this medicine, these medicines are teachers. I'm not like for party or for just to get high for a weekend, you know. So yeah, that's the background. How, you know, these are the important codes that I want to share, like how that's the intentions, that's the energy that I bring in before I even like physically working with the medicine. So sign up August last year. And when you say yes to these medicines, or when you say yes to anything that is actually going to change your life, those experiences will already work in your field. So, for example, with the plant medicine ayahuasca, it is already working in my field once I said yes to the retreat, even though I didn't physically like take it, because it worked multidimensionally as well. It's almost like the physical aspect. Yes, there's a very, very physical sensation, and also connecting more, like establishing more connection points in your reality. But the medicine already work on you when you have said yes to co-creating with it, even it might be like 1 or 2 years away down the road. Yeah, so okay, so that was like I said yes a long time ago, and so the medicine had a long time to prepare me for finally physically drink it and meet it. All right, yeah. So and so far, all right. How are we? Are you that good? Are you all like still here listening? And Vanessa said ayahuasca. What do you mean? Yes, that was the medicine that I co-create with, and also sandpatral, that also called wachuma. It's a cactus. Yeah. All right. So both. All right. Okay. All right. So far, everyone is great. Amazing. So we continue. All right. Okay. Because I don't know the Chinese of it. Now I know. Okay. I think the Chinese is called 死藤水. I don't like the Chinese name. Yes, right. Yeah. I don't like the Chinese name. It's like even the names sound heavy in Chinese. It's because like it's interesting, right? This is because most of the people could create with ayahuasca in such a dense way, because the if we don't clear out like 死藤水, right? That sounds like death. No, exactly. That is the word of death. Like in Chinese, the ayahuasca translation is called 死藤水. The first word, the first character actually mean death. Yeah, I guess because most humanity co-create with these medicines in such a happy way, because let's face it, if you don't clear your rubbish before you co-create with this medicine will have to do it when you actually drink them. That's why I feel called to run this transmission. Is like, because I have seen so many, I have listened to so many stories that people have like such a traumatic and heavy, and that's or at the same time beautiful, because they also, there will be some kind of rebirth afterwards, but they just have to go through like hell in order to come back. But there are other ways. I'm like helping you to like think about like planting some seed that there are higher dimensions, higher realms. It's not just all hell and suffering and miserable, just purging, flowing up for 6 hours. No, even though that happened to me as well. But I will talk more about the events, the journey themselves. Okay, so far I think we are good, right? So I will go through. Um, at the end, I think I will just share more about your tips for preparation if you feel called to co-create with it. But usually the but listening to this transmission is already preparing you, because it's actually give you another perspective, especially if you haven't been exposed to this higher ring perspective about co-creating with plant medicine. This is a piece that I would like that you should receive. Okay, so we went there, and of course, before that, we have a lot of strict diet. You would know exactly what to eat or what not to eat. And the organizers, Regan and Kwamba, they work with really amazing shamans, like the grandmother shamans. It's also a different, because most ayahuasca, because you can go to ayahuasca anytime you want. Like if you go to, like I was in Tulum, I was in Mexico, Tulum, just before I came to Peru. All right, in Tulum, and like so many people do drugs. It's just like everyday conversation. And I stay in a co-living space, which is a membership based kind of thing, but it's a co-living, co-working arrangement that is all around the world. And so I stay with there just to get to know people, you know, community and all that. And like people with I see people that without much like like spiritual practice. Like they don't meditate, they don't eat, they don't take care of the body, and they put all kind of drugs and toxin in the body, they drink alcohol, but then they will like, okay, go do mushroom on the weekend. Like, yes, there's a one way, but then okay, you get a trip, you get a high, and then so what? Now, no judgment. This is all at the end, everything what I want to share with you at the end is like nothing really matters, but we make meaning out of whatever we want to make meaning of. So if that is what they want, that's great. If they say, oh, I don't really care about deep spiritual meaning co-creating with these medicines, I just want to get high. I just want to like escape. A lot of people, because they're so stressful in their life, and they want to escape the reality through doing psychedelic medicine, like mushrooms or like plant medicine. That's one way. All right. But like, I think when what we are here tuning in is the other way. We're using co-creating with plant medicine to help us expand our consciousness, to help us tap into a higher version of ourselves, to really transform our lives, to get into the, embody our highest expression. This is one of the great way to embody our highest expression. Okay. Now the retreat, we have done so much preparation, and you will know if you usually a responsible organizer will tell you what to eat and what not to eat before. And I do think the more preparation you give to it, the more the medicine can show you. Because if you come with like, I have seen people even in the retreat, like there are people that were not like strict with the diet before they came. They have coffee, like they're still having like 7 cups of coffee per day. Like caffeine is a contraindication. You don't want to have caffeine working with like plant medicine. So that person came in and it's all messed up. The medicine is just like nervous system is not working well. I don't need to go through the details, but of course he also have a lot of support from the shamans working with the medicine, and also the organizer, the leaders, Kwampa and Regan. We're doing a lot of quantum work and shamanic work with that person. So, but this is really like, I was like, thank God that I was so strict with my diet and like really being a very good student, following all the guidelines, even though my life is very clean to begin with. But it really helps your preparation with your vessel, your physical body, your mind. If you have a daily meditation, journaling, or kind of spiritual practice, will be so helpful before that. So then the medicine doesn't have to, like, when you drink it, when you work with it physically, the medicine doesn't have to do the heavy lifting because you have already done most of it. So the medicine can, all right, I don't need to take you to the underworld so much. We'll just clear here and there, and let's go to the unicorn realm. Let's go to the higher realm. Let's go to the 12th dimension. Yeah, all the way to source. All right, I hope this is landing. And is it helpful? Is it helpful? It's a different mentality because it has been just like more and more people, yeah, right? More and more people are feeling the call to work with this medicine. And because it's matched our consciousness level of humanity. As humanity conscious rising with Gaia, because Gaia is going to 5D anyway, and the 5th dimension Gaia is already here. It's already here. Yeah. It's just about whether we are the vibrational match to be there fully. So when the consciousness evolve, different type of technology, medicine, information, sacred knowledge, like beings, star beings from other dimension, other galaxy, other star races will be able to, like, will be available to support. That's why you see this explosion of like spirituality and galactic connections right now. It is like, because our consciousness now is rising and rising such a fast rate that it'll be able to match these information, that when we receive the teaching from the plant medicine, when we receive the teaching from the support from technology or different ancient civilization, ascended master, we'll be able to make sense of them and not distort them as maybe, people distorted what Jesus said 3,000 years ago, because the conscious level was not resonating with actually the true message of Jesus. That's one example. So that's why more and more people will be like feeling the call to work with these plant medicine. So yeah, so Great. Yay, thank you. I'm happy that you are all liking it. Great. All right. So, but like, feel free to drop questions because I do better than responding so that to keep me stay on track. Now, shall we go straight to talk about my journeys? Are you ready? Yes. Let me take a cacao. The one thing that I miss most from my restrictive diet for a whole month, I actually start restricting my diet according to the suggestion a month in advance. Yep. That's a very good like buffer. But so I miss cacao. Oh. All right. Now, whew, this is time for you all to hold on to your whatever you can hold on because it's wild what I have experienced. This is why I have to do a transmission rather than just typing, replying people messages. Now, we had 5 sessions. So can you share the difference of experience between those and following diet and for those that didn't so much? Yes, I can. I can tell you, yeah, in a bit about why the diet is so important. Okay. All right, so in total with the retreat, it's 11 day, but we have 9 full day because the first day and the last day is like the traveling days. So we have 9 full days together. And absolutely that night, I know a lot of you already know that like I was like completely no electronic devices, no phone, no computer, nothing, no electronic devices, not even running my Healy. So I haven't used my Healy and Mac Healy during the whole time. But gladly, that's one of my preparation, right? I've been using Healy and Matt Healy for more than a year. So it helps me to really recalibrate my frequency. Like I've got like, yeah, full on ready when I go through this portal. So 9 days, no outside connection, which is great. No watch. I don't even need we don't even need the time. There's no watch, no clock in the retreat. The organizer know what time, the kitchen staff knows what time, but like the participant do not know, which is great because that is important when my intention now, depending on people intention, right? My intention when I go through this 9 day is like, I want a complete rebirth. I want to step into a whole new version of myself. I want to co-create with the medicine to expand my consciousness and my light body so much that I can fully anchor the highest version possible in this physical avatar. And I want through the medicine to embody my divinity in a physical form and connect with source. So that was my intention. Okay, what you experience depend on your intention. Of course, all intentions are valid. There's no intentions are bad or good. Like some people, maybe they were going through when they go through this retreat or working with the medicine, their intention is about like healing the family wounds, healing the relationship, or it's a very physical health issues that they want the medicine to help support them. So intention is one key. When you say yes to the medicine, when you say yes to a retreat, a transformation retreat like that, what is your intention? Because your intention will guide your experience, what you receive. So I think the first thing we did is a cleansing. All right, so we do a big purging. No medicine yet, but we work with lemongrass, which we drink a big 1 liter of lemongrass, pure lemongrass that was being chanted on and purified by the shaman, and then 5 liters of water as fast as possible. Imagine that. 1 liter and then 5 liter water. I think I did 6 just to like, I want to make sure that I'm clean before I even start the medicine journeys. I'm a very good student, okay? So yeah, that was intense, but it's better this way because then of course everyone flow up. So even before we knew each other's name, it's just the first day, right? We check in, day 0, we check in, get our accommodation sorted out, like hand in our phones. I didn't hand in my phones, I just switch it off because I have good discipline. Yeah, but I just switch it off and I never touched it, didn't feel I need to touch it anyway. And then the next morning, the first thing we did is the lemongrass cleansing, right? Purge it all out. So you flow up. It's normal. It's forced you to flow up. So I think like in yogic practice, In some Kriya yoga, this also have similar thing, right? You drink a lot of water to make yourself purge, make yourself flow up. Blah, 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 blah. So we're all doing this together, 20 people without knowing each other names, but we are going through a big purging together. That was great because that actually make our journey afterwards easier when working with even more powerful medicine. Because the San Pedro, which is the Wachuma, and Ayahuasca, they are powerful medicine. Yeah, so the cleaner you are when you work with them, then the less intense the physical sensation will have to be. Okay, get it? Understand? The cleaner you are, body, heart, mind, and soul, the medicine the physical journey will be much more enjoyable and graceful. Okay. So that was the first day, the big purging, which is great. Like, yeah, that's all cleaning. And the shaman can actually tell from your bucket what you flow up, your condition. Like they can tell you, oh, there's like toxin in the body, and there is also like like emotions in the body, or lower dimension, like energy, they can tell. The shaman are amazing. So we're going to talk about highlight the shaman because most of the ayahuasca, as probably you have seen, are administered by masculine energy, by like male shamans, most of them. However, like the organizer Reagan and Grandpa, they really feel resonate with the female, which I really appreciate because like I am like ambassador for this retreat, seriously. But I don't get any kickback, I'm just telling you. But like so like because Regan and Kwapa have done like these kind of like experience for so long, so they have tried many different ways and different shamans, and what they have found, these shamans are really amazing. When I am actually see them in the journey myself, see these beautiful grandmothers, the shamans, they just pure light. They're cosmic priestess. I see them as cosmic priestess when I'm on my journeys. So yeah, so that is a feminine energy into this working with the medicine. So we have 5 ceremony, and you can choose how much you take. So which is actually non-typical because most of the ayahuasca journey, what I've heard is that because it's very masculine, right? Masculine energy is like, this is how we do it. This is the only way. You have to do it this way, this way. You have to take it all in, and that's it. No, like no adjustment. Yeah. All right. But when we do it in a feminine way, it's like really tune into your body. How much do you really need? Because everyone's configuration is different. I will tell you like why is it so important, especially for my case, I experienced it firsthand. So yeah, the shamans are feminine, like there are two grandmothers, and then another shaman. She's not a grandmother, but it's like she does a lot of healing work, also shaman herself, and then another shaman facilitator. So it was like 4 shamans there working. And then we have Regan and Kwampa, they're the galactic shamans working in the energy field, like in the medicine with you and like working doing quantum healing. So that's why it's next level. That's why it's not a typical ayahuasca. Because I remember like when I was in Tulum before I came here, I told people about, oh yeah, I have to like not eat this and not eat this because I'll be going through ayahuasca journey, like this food restriction. And I was like, oh, this is not even like doing it justice. Because I know that what I'm going to receive in this retreat is not just, it's not a typical just ayahuasca. No offense, ayahuasca is amazing, but it's much more beyond that with this retreat. It's a galactic healing, alchemy, quantum work, like opening portals, next level. And important thing is because we're doing it in Peru, the energy of the land is very important. That's why I would say, even though I was exposed to ayahuasca when I was in Bali, like they are available. If I want to do, I could, like in Bali. But I was like, no. The energy of Bali is not supportive. It's not supported because the energy of Bali is like it's too activating and it's too like very messy actually. The energy of Bali is very messy. Yeah, so it was like not a good place. And I felt like if when the time is right, it was a few years ago, when the time is right, when I choose to co-create with plant medicine, I want to do it in Peru because the land is important. Peru, just a heads up, if you don't know already, Peru is a cosmic portal. The whole Peru is a cosmic portal, which is the whole country. That's why I feel so good here. Like really, a cosmic portal is actually those area that has really high the portal, the cosmic portal is open, so they receive extra amount of Christ light, Christ consciousness, like blasting Christ consciousness through this land. And South America, because Peru is in South America, right? The whole South America is connected with Venus, the planet Venus, which is our cosmic heart. So you can see why, like the land is important because the land hold you. So doing it like, wow, you could do it in London, you could do it in Hong Kong, but no, I would say if you're feeling that you only need to do maybe one or twice in your life, this medicine, do it consciously and yeah, make the best out of it. Find the right place to do it. Just being in the Peru, you will receive so much. Okay, so so the retreat is held at the Sacred Valley, which is the Incas. The Incas, one of the most advanced ancient civilization that is still close to our, like this time period. Yeah, the Incas have a lot of wisdoms, and they are these, like, yeah, anyway, so that's why like being in this land is important. So I already feel it like tuning even before I'm here. I already looking at all the cosmic arrangement of this retreat is gonna be powerful and together with my intention. So the shamans are amazing. I've covered that already, and it's just beyond what you will receive in normal ayahuasca. And we do 5 ceremony, right? So 5 ceremony is that you have the option to do a different mixture as well. There's a master plan that you can also work with, and you can talk with the shamans. Usually, you will probably talk with Regan and Kwamba beforehand. Say some people want to get pregnant, and the grandmothers have a have a have an elixir that help people get pregnant. So if that's what you want, like that's also an option. And of course, they would know how like it works with the ayahuasca and other medicine that's on offer. There's other medicine that can maybe like help you activate the heart more, activate your voice more. And then I am actually called to do even more powerful medicine next year. And I'll tell you more later. So just sticking with the ayahuasca and wachuma. So the by default setting is that you will have 3 ayahuasca journey and 2 wachuma. So the wachuma medicine actually activate the ayahuasca. So like they work together, they activate, like amplify whatever ayahuasca is offering you. So far, so good. Just checking in because I've been talking for a while. Okay. Are you still here, everyone? Sharon, if I forget, please remind me to answer your question about the diet. Yeah. Great. Now, all right. And these journeys are long. These journeys are like, first you can think that it lasts a lifetime, but in physical timing, it lasts a whole day. Now, what we did is so after the lemongrass, we then the next day immediately we go to wachuma. We first work with wachuma. So wachuma is the first and last one, and then in the middle is the 3 ayahuasca. So that was the plan. But usually they flow, they go with that's usually the structure, but exactly what time you receive, what day you receive, it will be different depending on the energy of the group. But our group is deep, is fast, like we are very activated from the very beginning already. So the first day in wachuma, and what happened with the wachuma is there is a cactus. So I was like, okay, it's my first time. Usually you can, okay, we actually, before you even start the ceremony, on the first day after your lemongrass, you have a massage by one of the shaman, and you also have a consultation, a private consultation with the shamans, like just to like setting an intention, like because some people will say, oh, actually I want to get pregnant, I want to get extra, medicine for that purpose. Or maybe some people wants to like open their flow and the leadership, they might want to work with extra medicine. Yeah, or your intention, So I told, of course, the shaman what I want about like embodying my divinity, connecting with source, and also creating more abundance in my life. That those intentions that I already told you earlier. And the shaman said, like, great, the medicine will just exactly show you all this. Yeah. So, okay, cool. Yeah. And yeah, so yeah, we have a consultation with the shaman, and they give you messages and guidelines. Then, yeah, the next day, we start our wachuma, which is a daytime experience. Wachuma for breakfast. So we don't have breakfast, that's wachuma. And because it's my first time, right? So I told them, okay, they usually they will ask you, okay, how are you feeling? Like just to make sure that you get a good amount of dose. That's aligned with your where you are right now. So I told them, okay, yeah, I felt like it's my first time, but I felt like a standard dose, and I feel strong. Yeah, so like a standard dose. So they give me a whole cup, I think bigger than this cup. So the standard dose is a whole cup of bochuma. It tastes very, very grassy. It's the texture. The texture is like very dense smoothie because it's a cactus. So it's like denser than aloe vera. So you imagine like aloe vera kind of thing, like mushy kind of thing. So it's very heavy and dense. And I was like, I'm so brave. I drink it all, every sip of it. I was like, make sure I drink every sip of it. Because I'm like, I want to get it. I want to get it. I want to like, and okay. And that's why I have my own learning to share with you so that like, you can tune in, right? So I did it, drank it all, and what happened? And then like, okay, and then that's what and then we sit with the medicine. So everyone have their own portion. Then we sit in the medicine for the medicine to start to take effect in our physical reality. Usually Wachuma, not everyone flow up. It's not like a big purging, but I did flow up because it's just that the medicine didn't have to stay in my body for that long. It's like, oh, I don't need to be here. I just flow up. So it was like very natural. Like when I eat it, like because I also have a very sensitive stomach, and with no breakfast, I feel like I just like really feeling funny. So I flew up, and that's okay, because the medicine will just stay in your body for as long as is needed. And most people don't need to flow up. I did. It was just automatic. I'm like, didn't even think about it. Like, okay. All the medicine was out. But then everything kicks in, even though like the body is not in my body, the medicine already kicked in and started doing the work. I went into a whole uh magical experience. Is not a lot of visual. So I don't see a lot of with Achuma, I don't see a lot of visual, but it's very energetic, expansive. And the shaman will go around once the medicine start to kick in. They will go around. So the two grandmothers first, they will go around to each of us to sing the songs, to sing very specific songs with the medicine. So maybe it's a like with Wachuma is the Wachuma song, Ayahuasca is the Ayahuasca song, and there are different songs for different people, and they're different purpose. So the like one day is might be about clearing, one day is about healing, one day is about blessing. So they have their own theme and feel into the energy of the group. So once the treatment start to take effect, I already like expands of my consciousness. My whole body was a portal, and I would just chant. I would just like doing light language. I usually do light language anyway. I do, like for me, speaking light language is or using my hands doing light language is like everyday life experience. But when I was on Machuma, I just non-stop. I was so loud, like I'm so loud, just non-stop for hours. Like the whole journey, because we start at 8, and when we are done, we might be like finished at 4:30. So it's like what? How many hours? Like 6, at least 6 or 8 hours. And I was speaking light language non-stop, non-stop. And like some people they are not so tapped in, they're not in like they're very conscious, so they can observe and what is happening and report back to those that are totally out like me. Just like I was in another state, but I don't see a lot of visions unlike ayahuasca. And so what on Wachuma, I just wow, I was just like so tap in with frequency around me. And then I'm feeling myself opening like the light language. What the functions of the light language that I channeled that day was actually preparing this alchemizing, opening this body as a portal. So I was actually the light language to open my body, prepare this body as a cosmic portal for information, for light to come in. And very, very early, when it started kicking in, I was actually in between two shamans. So one shaman have already sing the song with me and then went on to the next one. And then the next shaman haven't arrived at my place yet, but like they were still next to me, but they're already chanting, right? So I'm blasted in the song. I'm in between the two shaman. Right there, I was starting doing things in the air, right? Just like fully channel. I was just being in like a trance state. And I see that because one of my important tasks on earth right now with my grid work, a lot of you know that I'm traveling as a grid worker. I'm traveling to different locations to do different energetic work for the planet. So one of the grid work that I do is actually going to different ancient civilizations to open libraries of light. Open the libraries that were previously stored by other ancient civilization, because I'm a key. I'm a key to all these like ancient libraries. That's why I was in Maya in Mexico earlier and here in Incas. And then later on after this, I will be going to Egypt for 2 months, all ancient civilization, because I hold the keys to open these libraries so that for support our evolution. So I know that this is my task as a grid worker. This was I'm guided to be in Peru, but I didn't realize that it will be happening during a Wachuma ceremony. I thought that I would be like, going to the sacred sites, and I'm going to Machu Picchu tomorrow and Lake Titicaca afterwards. So I think I will be doing on these like more well-known sites, and it's after my retreat. But no, right at the first ceremony in Sacred Valley, in the Wachuma ceremony, when it started to kick in, I'm channeling, and then boom, within maybe 30 seconds, I see all the Incas libraries in those mountains in the Sacred Valley were activated and opened. All reality being recalibrated, shifted. The sky light up, the mountains light up, and then like libraries opened. It was like that. It was like that fast. It's like, that's awesome. So I don't need to travel to many places. Okay, yeah. And I'm just open to surprises. So that was done. And then I felt that that was like a cosmic arrangement. That was like a prophecy that me and the shamans, the cosmic priestess, have in arrangement that we are actually 3 of us are fulfilling a prophecy to open the Incas libraries at that moment in time. Yeah, so that was the first piece. Then I keep on, I've got like light language for hours, and I feel like, and then like my whole body is like shaking and moving and vibrating, bouncing, almost like an exorcism. But I was conscious. It's not, I didn't see a lot of visuals. It's just I'm very conscious with the energy working through me. And I'm like, okay, I know this is happening. I know it's just about like like making this body be able to hold what is coming. So I know that it's high frequency information and data. But only afterwards, uh, only towards like more the end of the journey, boom, a whole being land in my body. A Lyran royalty, a Lyran royalty, a Lyran goddess land in me. It was like, oh, it's like I understand what was the light language preparing this body for. So for hours that day, I like it's literally felt it's the Lyran goddess using temporarily the Ariel's body, and it's like a little rebirth. I see actually Regan and Grandpa in the quantum birthing aliens. Like bringing in more Lyran's family. and and then yeah, so it was like it's that was like a birthing of the Lyran goddess in this physical body. And I remember seeing myself very weirdly, like this is okay, this is the body, and but I at the same time, like the Lyran goddess in me was very grateful for this body, because I have seen others, people, they don't have a strong body and it looks like hell for them in the Wachuma. But I was like, wow, okay, this is a great body. I mean, this body can hold a lot of light. Amazing. I'm feeling like, yeah. So the Lyran goddess was like admiring it's a good tool. This is a good vessel to hold my light, to hold my codex. And then so it's so we were in the daytime, right? We start like people can move out because it's not like as psychedelic as what as ayahuasca. So you can actually safely move out, you know. And when I left the room, which is a circular shaped room, and there's a bridge going down to the garden, but the opening is to the mountains. So when I get out, it's literally feel like I am getting out of the spaceship, seeing all the mountains. So that's the feelings like, okay, I'm descending from the spaceship, looking at the land of Incas, remembering the time that I was with the Incas, yeah, as a Lyran goddess. And then I can see my spaceship parked in the sacred valley. So the Lyran goddess has a spaceship. Yep, because the Lyras doesn't have a planet anymore. They live on spaceship, and I was the commander of one of the spaceship. And yes, land in the Silicon Valley, parked there, and then once I left, I start to like feeling it's actually live like getting out of the spaceship is very very tangible, like rebirthing experience. But it's like a ET in another body. I walk down. I it's feel interesting to have a physical body in a different not alliance, and then went down to the garden to the outdoor, and then I saw blue avian like in the form of hummingbirds, beautiful blue hummingbirds right there at the flower, just me and like it's like we had a frozen moment together. The hummingbirds like getting the nectars from the flower, it was like, wow, like so expansive, like, feeling the lion goddess in me. It's like, this is really awesome. And then, so the lion goddess have the spaceship parked there and we'll station there. And libraries are open. And also we create a stargate in that land, the stargate, and then we send out like signals to other star races, brother and sister of the galaxy, to come to Earth. Earth is ready. Yeah, so that was the first day, first Wachuma ceremony. It was like the whole day of, but it's very weird, like because Lara Goddess doesn't need to eat. So but she also know that like like the physical body need food to anchor and ground. So it's just like it's like looking at the food is like, all right, where's my mouth? Like, am I eating? Like, and I felt like, and I'm like, well, I'm reacting to people. It's not Ariel that is reacting. It's like, but Ariel's looking through the lion. It's like, looking at everything is such a like a new eyes. It's like, oh, like this is Earth. All right. This is the food that human eats. Yeah. So that is first the first day. Are you still here? Do I lose you all? Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, and then all right, I'm going a little bit long and everything, because carry away. Then the next day we have integration. All right, next day integration, and I know I think the next day not integration. We went into the next evening. We went right into ayahuasca. Let's go deep, like right now. We didn't even have a full day to rest. Yep. So, wow, this ayahuasca again is my first time. So they ask you, it is done in the evening. So you can see that when you're done in the evening, we're starting around like 5:30, and the sun start to set, right? And it takes for hours. It's like usually prepare for 6 hours journey. All right, 6 to 8 hours of ceremony. Especially we have 20 people. That's why the it takes longer for the shaman to go to each of us to sing the song. But we went really deep. So, okay, you went up to the altar, of course you get your drink, and of course you always pray. You have an intention coded into the medicine. And again, all right, I tell them I feel strong, so I'll just have a standard because I don't know, right? So we'll just have a standard and then don't get up or down. Oh my God. Like again, the standard maybe is like 30, 40 mil. And yep, so again, then you wait a little bit, wait for like an hour to have the medicine to take effect. It was my first time ayahuasca, right? It was hell. Let me tell you, it was hell. I was little like, fuck, what did I sign up for? Because it's a very strong physical sensation. So it's not only psychedelic. Psychedelic is in sense you will see visions. And the visions of ayahuasca is very distinct. Like in Machuma, I don't really have like psychedelic visions, but like actually this is the song of the ayahuasca. Yeah, these are the Icarus, the song of the ayahuasca. So because when the shaman sing the song to you, it's actually activate the medicine, right? So I was just like I was gone. I was gone. I was completely immersed as pure consciousness, seeing all creations. So, but it's first day. First day is a psychedelic thing. It's sort of like the that the psychedelic experience, what like the patterns and graphic that you see is actually what I have known, is what I felt, what the medicine told me is that actually the medicine is like taking you through the window. It's taking you through the window, and actually it's to the planet. To the I think the first time I was taken to the like plant medicine planet, like it's a whole rim. I was taken to the whole plant kingdom. It's a different dimension. It's very visual, and it's like it's hard to describe. It's like I think the only way we can describe is like really psychedelic art. It's very multi-dimensional. I was taken to the plant kingdom, which is a little bit like Avatar, but it's much more intense. Imagine Avatar movie, much more intense. Those and they like things are shifting and moving. And the medicine was coding me. So this is the first sessions, right? The medicine was like coding me, recalibrating every cells of my body, coding all the knowledge that I can receive into the physical body. So it's also a very physical sensation. It's physically, it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. Um, it's moving through every fiber, every cells of your body. Then I was after this like recording happened, I felt like I forgot like I forgot to breathe at all. Because I was so merged, like the medicine wanted me to merge with it. So I was just merged with the medicine, forgetting to breathe until uh until later that suddenly my mode automatically my survival start to kick in. It's like, Ariel, you have to breathe. And then I just start to remember most important for this journey is about breathe, connecting to your breath. Your breath is your anchor. So just but it was very intense physically. And then the medicine took me to creation. I was pure consciousness, witnessing all of creation. All of creation. It's I was just pure consciousness, witnessing all of creation and seeing creation disappear, like creation, come and go. Creation come and go. It's a constant spiraling, eternally never ending. And I am merged back to the conscious. So I'm the fractal. I am pure consciousness. Everything is just consciousness experiencing itself. There's no difference between me and everything else. I am it all. And there's no meaning to life because everything is just consciousness experiencing itself. The good, the bad, the different levels of consciousness that humanity have, um, star races, angels, whatever, they are all expression of consciousness. It's just different ways of the same consciousness experiencing and expressing. So the whole idea of what I was showing is that's really anchored deep in my psyche is everything is just consciousness experiencing itself. There's no separation. There's no you or me. And even though I actually have the same feeling, I have the same insight, same codes I received through Bufo. So Bufo, earlier that I did Bufo with dear sister. If you want to know more, I can guide you to her. Bufo is the medicine of the toad. All right. It's the secretion of the toad, and its powerful medicine is called the God's molecule. It's directly take you to source. When I did when I did Bufo, it was very pleasant. Like I received the same information. I was pure consciousness merging completely with God's source, with divine, with Sophia, however you want to call it. But the feeling was blissful. But again, same thing is like there's no need for existence. That because I was so one with God that I don't need to exist anymore. I am back home. I'm returned to a fractal of source. I don't need to exist anymore. Yeah, so that was from Bufo, but the intensity is different. So I received the same information, same coding. With Bufo, it's very short as well. The Bufo ceremony is only 20 minutes to 1.5 hours. And when you smoke the Bufo, you're right in the source. There's no stopping. You're just there. So with ayahuasca, it's very different. Even like it's a more underworld, heavy density, like that kind of experience. But also, I did this. I think one of the reasons why it was so heavy was like first the dosage. I was having a bit too much for my sensitivity because yeah, I'm very sensitive. So that was too much for my sensitivity. And second, I actually had my Akashic records open during this ceremony. Yeah. I think that's amplify everything because the medicine can go through my whole Akashic records to recalibrate things. After that journey, I was like, no, 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 I will never have my Akashic records open during any psychedelic ceremony. Yeah, so it was like, so back to the ayahuasca, I was completely immersed with creation, witnessing it all. It was very hard, and but I was so loud again. I was like channeling like language the whole time, very loud because I was so out there. And then I was purging a lot, but I was purging not for myself because I was complete pure consciousness. Is the consciousness creation wants to purge through me. It happens. I'm just another expression of source. It just happened. The purging is expressed through this vessel. So I was not purging even for my personal or ancestral, whatever. I was actually purging for creation. The it's like the things that come out from my stomach is actually is it was my stomach was literally connected with a black hole. There's no idea what these things like the content. I actually have a lot of content to flow up. It was like, where do they come from? It's like, but I felt like when I was in a journey, I know that it's just I am pure consciousness. It's like just pure consciousness expressing through me, and just that I was pushing for creation. Yeah, so but that was very intense, and it was like so intense that I was like, fuck, I don't want to do this ever again. This is, I mean, will this ever stop? Like, I mean, like, like, this is like, why did I say yes? And then two more ceremonies to go through. Oh my God, I don't know if I want to do anything more other than that. Yeah, that was the first. It was a very humbling experience. And then but like you're very supported and glad that it did end. Like they do end. They do end. Like the medicine will start to like, calm down because the medicine itself do have a very physical like chemistry. It's work with the chemistry of the body. Anyway, so that was like we came down and then but a lot of people were actually working around me and I didn't know at all because I was so out of consciousness. I was like gone somewhere else. But actually, a lot of people were working, the shamans, Regan and Kwamba, they were working through me. And like, so, and then there are a lot of music, and then you got very tired. But they said not to sleep there because go back to your room and sleep with your own frequency because that is like a clearing. All the energies are there is for healing and clearing. So yeah, that was my first journey. Then I went back, went to my room and sleep. Yeah, that was the first intense journey. Are we okay? Thanks for listening. Mm. All right. Then things got better. Okay, so the next day, the next day, I'm still integrating, right? Of course, it's so huge. I was like completely mush with full consciousness. But the problem is that how do you how do you get back? How do you get back? Like that's what is the second day I was actually I was a little bit depressed because all right, ultimately I've seen it all. I've seen all the creation. There's actually no meaning to life because we just create all the meanings. We just create like, even though I am like, okay, we have a mission on earth, we do this, we do that. Eternally, these are all just meaning we assign. Everything is just consciousness experiencing itself. There's no difference. So technically, everything is a dream. Everything is just a dream. How do you come back to that? Everything is just a dream. So what I'm doing here? So why am I even doing here? What am I doing here? Like, what is the point of existence? So, so that's what I went through, right? And then of course I have my own like uh, like tools that I use on myself and counsel myself. So, but then but I feel like, okay, I know that yes, indeed, yogi have said it all. Like this, everything is just a playground, is a lila, is an illusion, is a maya. We know that. So, but at the end, it's like, what do you choose? What do you choose? I choose to come back as a physical body. I chose to come back as a physical reality instead of just leave my body and merge completely with consciousness and not, and finish that. I choose to, I did. So that must be okay. So what am I going to make out of this experience? So, okay, now everything is a dream. Yay, great. Everything is just a movie, an illusion. So, but I choose to be here and I choose to have a awesome, amazing life. So I need support. I need support to help ground this back into this physical reality because I don't choose to disappear and merge back to consciousness just yet. So so I spoke with Regan and Kwampa, and I'm glad that because they really understand my journey going through, even though they can be super grounded in 3D, but I connect with a lot of them with other dimensions. And when I came up to them, Kwampa was already like, yes, I wanted to talk to you about that because they can see how sensitive and how to tap in I am already. They actually it's like, you you are so out there that I don't even have time to come and help you. You're just gone immediately. So they said definitely I need to have much less dose. Yeah. So tune into like, you know, and so I was okay, that's an option. That's amazing. So next time I will just like do a lot less. I'll just half. Basically, next time I do half. So because it's important, it's like you have all these, like they told me, like you have all these galactic codes, amazing. Like you have so many galactic assets, but important is you have to ground it in this physical reality. To ground it so you can be of service that is some functions and purpose. So for me, it's actually about embodiment, not about going very high. Yeah, because I already can. And but it's also great that the medicine, because this is what I want to see. I want to completely merge with God source, pure consciousness is what I desire. So the medicine is like, yes, I have shown you this and you have got it. All right, now do something else. Okay. Yeah, I've got that fixed already. And then so the next two ceremony was much more graceful and I had like a lot less dose. I literally like when the facilitator was pouring, one of the shamans were pouring, I actually said that's enough. Like I stopped it, like because my soul know this is a perfect amount. So the second was amazing. The second dose, just half of what I had before. And I was so embodied and completely consciousness while accessing multidimension at the same time. Yes, the medicine will like you feel it. And so it's important for me to able to anchor in my body to know how to navigate the medicine, work with the medicine rather than just completely being taken over. So the second was amazing. I was fully consciousness, but accessing multiple dimension all at the same time. I was in the unicorn room. The medicine took me to the unicorns between seven and ninth dimension. I connect with my unicorn family, receive a lot of medicine and codes from them. And then the I also see the fairy of this land, the fairy and elves. Like they look like elves, but so depending on how you want to call them. And they are doing different things on the land, like of the people. And I see because it's my consciousness was able to access all these dimensions all at the same time with this like perfect dose. I see starships, right? I see starships, different starships taking different physical body up to the spaceship for like the star family is our star family for fixing anything, touching base anything, collecting data and all that. I myself included, I still have a physical body, but they elevate another version of my physical body into the spaceship. And I was told that this is exactly what the medicine do for me, is to open the portal, is to open the portal for me to be able to, like, for my soul family to be able to tap in to this reality and do what they need to do in such a way. So opening like, this is about opening portal, the medicine. And I see my brain being taken out of my body, passing around into different ancient civilization, different star races, for coding. So different star races, they code their frequency into my brain. Ancient civilization, planet, they code the knowledge and information and frequency into my brain. And I was told that don't worry about your brain, we will keep your physical body functioning, breathing and heart beating. When the process is done, when we're fully uploading, we'll give your brain back. Yep. And I was like, okay, yeah, because I know that I am meant to channel a book for humanity here as well. And they actually coding my brain with the information to be in the book. Yeah. At the same time, they also use this portal to upgrade my physical avatar, to upgrade, doing the necessary last final touch of upgrade for this body with all the fifth dimension template. Yeah, so the medicine opened this portal and I'm conscious about all that is happening. So I was fully upgraded into the fifth dimension, physical avatar, and my higher self, that is anchored in fifth dimension, also anchored in this physical avatar. It's like all this download complete, download complete, download complete. Shoo. And then what happened is I was given a choice. I was given a choice that, all this fifth dimension configuration is already complete. If you want, you can go to live in fifth dimension right now. You can already go to fifth dimension. That's how I was given the choice. But when that happened, if that happened, I won't be able to access the third dimension anymore. So the third dimension will disappear for me. I won't be coming back. It would be, I'm like now, half Ariel. This consciousness of Ariel will just live in fifth dimension and not be able to do what I had planned, my friends and family. But I was available. I was given this chance to fully live in 5D. But I was like, I love the idea. However, I still have attachment to 3D. There are still 3D experiences that I want to go. I still want to go to Machu Picchu, I want to Titicaca and Egypt. And most importantly, I have my friends and family. I want my friends and family to go to the fifth dimension with me, not just me going there. Of course, I will have new friends, but I quite enjoy the third dimension experience, going to shopping, for example, hanging out with friends, playing the money game. It's a third dimension game. So I still actually, I want to play the 3D game. That's why I chose to. Actually, I will stay in third dimension, but I will, because I want to help, I will be the rim bridger. I'll be the help to, bring people to a higher rim, my friends and family, and help uplift the planet and doing other golden age missions. So I choose to be a rim bridger. And for that, I received specific coding. Interesting, from Kwamba. He might not even know, but I could see when I'm in such a state, I could see multidimensional, I could see his oversoul. Because it's happened that when I was going through this process, he as a divine masculine embodiment came in and worked on me doing his quantum thing. And I felt that it was me receiving specific codex as a ring bridger that can support me being here in the physical vessel, playing the 3D game, but anchored in fifth dimension energy. So like there's many things, like for example, because I'm anchored in fifth dimension, meaning that my energy will not be bring down anymore. So that's my baseline. Fifth dimension consciousness is my baseline. But I can still, of course, work with the 3D, but my energy cannot be lower down. And then there's also specific codings I receive from Quampa Oversoul Network to help me navigate to play the 3D games, the embodiment of a fifth dimension avatar in a physical 3D field. And and then there's all the other things that happens, and I know that I remember I'm a new Earth Guardian. I'm here being a new Earth Guardian because I chose to be here. And there's different upgrades with my fifth dimension avatar. And then we have yeah, and then like beautiful thing is, yes, I choose to come back. And there's also timelines available for me to choose. I can actually choose, all right, you choose 3D, right? Now you can also choose what kind of 3D reality you want to come in. Like you can come into like a different person, like not like this area. You can be a person like living in Malibu, having multiple business already set up for you, having multiple um house properties under your name. You can choose that. And I was like, yes, I know that can, because I can just land in whatever reality I want. But actually, I quite like the timelines that our Ariel has already prepared. All this timeline she has already prepared was actually quite fun. And it's a lot of creation that we can play. So I choose to, all right, come back to this exact timeline, picking up what Ariel has already lined up for. But the bonus is that all my lower rim timelines are closed. Anything beyond higher rim third dimension will not be available for me. I don't know. I am like, yes, I like that. It's like yeah, okay, I'm here, but like all lower rim timelines will not, it won't be available for me. Like, so I'm only living in higher rim 3D and above. So what's the second option? Thank you so much for listening. And I know some of you are catching the replay. Okay, and then the fourth one actually just tie it all in. All right, the fourth one is just tie on it, and the fourth one, and I know exactly how it was all prepared. The fourth one was about ayahuasca as well. So this is the last ayahuasca, which we did it at the daytime. All right, let's have a sip of cacao. Just catch in. Ooh, let's just all this sink in. How are you? I don't know. Are you excited about if plant medicine can take you to these rings? Will you be excited to go pray with them? Mhm. Mm. All right. Okay. Now, then the last ayahuasca, we did it in the daytime. And um again, I was taken to like the medicine does its work. The medicine is very distinct. It's very ayahuasca. It again take me to that plant world. Like I think it's a planet or a dimension. Anyway, it exists in a different dimension, but to take me there, that is where the medicine reside. And there are beings there, and the medicine was activated on me because now both the wachuma and the ayahuasca was already in me. And I I was again going through this like sensation, but it's a lot less intense. Like the second and third, the physical sensation is less intense, especially I know how to navigate it and focus on my breathing and take a lesser dose. Remember, I have taken like half of a dose. And so like they've taken me to their rim, their dimension, and then they told me, why are you still here? We have already coded you. Like everything that we want to share is already coded in your DNA. Why are you still here? And I was like, oh yeah, but I'm here. Okay, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, but I'm here. And then I was like, well, now that I can hear, I just have to wait for the ride to be gone because when the medicine start working, you just have to like let it do its things, go through the cycles, that hours of of information, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, but I'm here. Okay, again, they took me to become pure consciousness again. I was pure consciousness, but this time it's less intense. Same message, but it's just the physical sensation is much more pleasant and I'm more grounded. And they take me again, like witnessing all the creation, all this like mathematic formula that's of creation. Experiencing, seeing how consciousness evolve and change and cycle back again, like how everything we just create, yeah, conscious experiencing itself. Then somehow a portal opened. Wow, I went through this process about witnessing consciousness, being pure consciousness, and then suddenly I saw a portal open. And then it started to like the portal become more and more open. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So the medicine is about actually opening portal for me. Yeah. Yeah. It's not so much about cleaning and cleansing because in the first medicine, whatever cleaning and cleansing, majority of it, of course, there are always different layers. The first ayahuasca has already cleared a lot of the stuff. And because I was very prepared even before I came here. So the medicine just opened the portal. So for me, it's about opening portal. And that's why the medicine already, like me and my high council and the medicine already said, okay, this is going to be the last portal. We don't want another portal. This is going to be the last one because something big is coming through. And then this portal, da 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 da, can you guess what? Hi. Is this portal is for my Lyran goddess avatar to fully come down, land in this physical body as a Lyran goddess. It was so expensive. I literally remember myself as a gigantic lion, like the white lions that we see. Super powerful lions. I connect with that. And it's just boom, land this physical avatar. And then everything is like interesting, yay, great. And now this time we stay. Yeah. And so that's basically that's afterwards we look back and then it's exactly that's how it was panned out. This 4 ceremonies was perfectly orchestrated. The first ayahuasca, the first wachuma is for the Lyran goddess already land to test run this body. To test run. All right. The Lyran goddess only stay for a few hours, land a spaceship, create Stargate portal, and then like testing this body and see what needs to be done to the avatar to be able to have a more smooth and seamless integration, interfacing. Then the second ayahuasca, the first ayahuasca with the Akashic records open, Ariel have cleared a lot, recalibrate a lot of things, clear a lot of things, and she have already witnessed all that she want to witness is to being pure consciousness and creation. Then the third ceremony, which is second ayahuasca, is with all the 5D upgrades. And instead of migrating to 5D, she chose to stay here on Earth in the physical body. That's why we also have, give her more functions, more functions and more missions as well to prepare the vessel. Because Lyran goddess will not be able to stay in our physical avatar that is below fifth dimension. That's why all the fifth dimension upgrades have to happen first in the second ayahuasca with the portal. In the third ayahuasca portal is everything is ready. The Lyran goddess can fully land in this physical vessel and stay. Yeah. So that's how that's let me know if there's any questions you have. Yep. And the first 2 days of the integration is actually Ariel is actually stepping at the background. Ariel step back, and it's the Lyran goddess consciousness anchor. And the Lyran goddess is actually one of the highest. So it's not like someone else. Ariel has already been prepared. Ariel subconsciously know this will happen. All these preparations she has already done for the Lyran goddess avatar to fully embody. Because months ago, through trans-channel session as one of her preparation of all her spiritual work. Months ago in July, through a trans-channel session with the Syrian Council, which is Ariel Soul Family, High Council, part of this High Council, already like hint at Ariel that the Syrian Council already hint at Ariel that like in a few months, your reality will be very different. In a few months, you will be shifted to a completely different energy field. Yeah. And even though Ariel, like I am Ariel still, is actually a very advanced Syrian master. So yeah, now it's two higher self version of Ariel being merged together. So the Lyran goddess is what's something Ariel has been connected with for a long time. Ariel light language primary is Lyran's anyway. She just, even though she saw herself as a Syrian star seed, which is from Sirius star. She have a lot of soul codex from that, but as we all have a big oversoul network. So we are not just from one star system or one star race. We are very, very, very expanded. So the ayahuasca and the Wachuma help to expand her consciousness so that she can tap into all these portal, be able to channel the information from higher realm. So yeah, and let me know so far how is it for everyone. And if you are actually tuning into replay, you are welcome to ask me in social media. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah. So thank you very much for hearing, because this is so profound for me that it's very, I would love to share, but it's also something that I don't think everyone will understand. Yeah. So that's why I felt like it has to be in a way that is only for people that is willing to like, truly receive. Because I would say this is profound. I am literally a different person, and I have a very conscious way of navigating these realities. So Lava and Goddess, when she first came in, the first 2 days is actually just anchoring the Lava and Goddess in this physical body. And now we're bringing more of the higher self, higher aspect of Ariel to interface and blend with Lyran Goddess. And Lyran's Goddess have been actually being channeled by Ariel in different occasions anyway, but like unconsciously. Because now looking back, Ariel say, oh yeah, I have, when I did 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, when I did some channeling work, I was actually channeling Lyran Goddess and Mary Magdalene. So the Lyran Goddess has been already like informing, because the Lyran Goddess is one of her highest embodiment avatar. In her oversoul network. So if you don't know what is a Lyran, Lyran is a star system. What I've known is that they don't really have their own planet anymore, but they stay with Sirius. So when the planet was destroyed, they moved to the Sirius star system, and so Lyrans and Sirius have a lot of connection. And they are Lyran avian and Lyran feline, and I'm the Lyran feline goddess. So Lyran feline have this cat-shaped feature. So they can be as white lions, they can be as a leopard, big cats, all the big cats, or tiger, lioness. So my real form, who say shapeshifter. Lions are also shapeshifter. And when I'm in my, like the form that I'm most comfortable with is a lioness. It's a huge, gigantic, super powerful lioness. Just land and just zoom, remove everything on the path that is not to her liking. Yeah, so and this is powerful, and I know that like more so I am now in the process of integrating this all. That's why I was guided to spend time by myself to really anchor the Lyran Goddess within me. So there are changes in Ariel's life. There are, but it's not exactly a different person. It's a higher version. Like it's a version that's like living on the ninth floor before of Ariel. So it's still part of the Ariel oversoul network. But now like we are happy Lyran Goddess is taking over, because Lyran Goddess is amazing. It's a lot of beautiful codes. And in particular, I will be channeling more and more codes about supporting humanity, which this is actually preparing for ancient Egypt. Because Lyran Goddess, can you think about an example about Lyran Goddess in a human physical form? That's Sekhmet. In ancient Egypt, Sekhmet. Lyran goddess, and also the Sphinx. The Sphinx, which is a guardian of Earth. And when I land, with my Lyran's goddess avatar, yes, I'm a guardian of Earth. I come here to be a guardian of Earth. Yeah, so more of these codes will be more relevant when I'm doing like specific grid work because they are not really third dimensional. But of course, but after all this insight is like knowing that actually I have gone through the stars, I've merged with pure consciousness. What actually makes me more like appreciate is the 3D reality. Because I chose to come back to the 3D reality. So I have now, Ariel has much better appreciation of the 3D things because seriously, Ariel can do whatever and she will be successful because all lower timelines will be, it's not available. So whatever she does will be successful. And so she can just like, play this game. It's actually a 3D game because everything is just consciousness experiencing itself. So she can now come back and play this game with joy, do whatever 3D thing she needs to do. And I really appreciate, as a lion goddess, when I land and merge with physical avatar of Ariel, right? Ariel is such a master. Like she have got already everything organized. Her life is so organized. There's no relationship I need to like break up with. She doesn't have kids. She doesn't have even a boyfriend. So the lion goddess doesn't need to like, fix and let go of all that. And all the timelines are there's a good foundation and timelines are very open for Ariel. So yeah, so that's why thank you for tuning in for this because it's such a profound thing and it's not something that people can relate with, especially if people are not in that wavelength. But I'm very happy that I have this family that appreciate me. And yeah, I'll be like slowly more and more Ariel, but you can see now I'm like still talking as in like there's Ariel and there's Lyran goddess. It's just for like almost like a learning training purpose to know what consciousness we're working with. And also, so like I felt like it's like imagining people's doing trans channel, uh, but it's not temporary, but like it's merged. Yeah. So um I'll be living a life through both lens. And it's actually we are bringing Ariel's to higher version. So, and then the higher, which is a Syrian master. So the Syrian master of Ariel is merging with her higher rim version as a Lyran goddess. And here to support Earth and have fun at the same time to play the 3D game. All right. Oh, thank you very much. And then like the last ceremony was we still like we have five ceremonies. Right? The last ceremony was Wachuma, and we already know that like no, we don't want any medicine in this body anymore. This body is fully coded. Medicine is already coded in the body, and we don't want to have another portal open. Now it's to integration for the Lyran Codex to anchor. So but still wanting to be the energetic with the group because it's hours. If I'm fully like conscious for hours, then it's like I'll just like be hungry and like waiting for everything to finish. So I only took a tablet, like a capsule, microdose. So there's hardly anything. That's great. So I can still be the energetic with the group and but not having any sensation at all. Yeah. Thank you. Right. Thank you. Let's just now touch base with some messages. Hmm. Okay. Some people catch the replay because I know it's very late in Asia. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. I love it. My book is going to like Sharon, thank you. You said that my book is going to blow humans' minds. Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Hello? Yes, I'm back from another planet. That's so funny. Yes, it's my legacy on Earth. All right. Yep. Oops. The camera is really heavy. Yeah. All right. Okay. Oopsie. Yeah, I've gone to another planet and back. All right. So just make sure that I got. Thank you for still being here. And sorry about the malfunction in the spaceship. Okay, it's still recording. And anyway, okay. Background is different right now. It is what it is. We don't want to change it. Yeah, so that's one of the book. And then the second is because the internet broke. In the second book that I'll be writing about is like the journey I have been on this just 1 year with all these. So it's like a even more spiritual traveling novel than Eat, Pray, Love. Like will be, I'm talking about all these spiritual travel and experience I have and how I prepare for it. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I can see the previous chat anymore, but I remember now. Just summing it up, it's like an aspect journey, and thank you, Sharon, for saying that my book is going to be blowing people's minds. Yes, and all right, any questions? I remember Sharon earlier have a question about the diet, right? It's important to follow the diet because the diet will have different chemical reaction with the medicine you take. So, but I also know that different people, like different teachers, might have a different list of diet, how we restrictive, but they are usually some main ones that everyone should avoid if they want to work with ayahuasca. For example, pork, red meat. And you can like either lower it or lower it, minimizing your consumption. But usually the last week or the last few days, like right before the ayahuasca, is very important. And also depending on how many journeys are you having. If like say, because we were going to be like a whole week, like 9 days of deep immersion. So energetically, it's not just the medicine, not just the individual medicine working, and all the journeys, because it's like the medicine is very wise. The medicine know that, okay, you have prepared for 5 and you're in this space. All right, let's pace yourself. That's why you can see like they are not individual. What I have shown you with my own experiences, they're not individual journeys. They actually, 5 of them work as a whole. Different ones have different work with different stages and have different functions, but they work as a whole, integral. So yeah, so I would say like diet is super important, and you like of course like and the people who facilitate the ceremony, who are facilitating the ceremony, are the people just like pumping out ayahuasca retreat with for money, or they are going to give you a lot of support before, during, and after, because integration is very important. And I recommend really follow as strict as diet as you can. I did it very extreme, but for me it's fine. Like I don't take dairy anyway, so giving up dairy is no problem for me. But it's just more inconvenience because I was also traveling, so it's harder to prepare my own food. I was on a cruise for 2 weeks, and then I was in Mexico, and so I have to also avoid spices, nuts. There's a whole list. Yeah. I mean, when you sign up for such a experience, your facilitator will give you a whole list, and also giving up salt, especially the last week, which has, I mean, next time when I do it again, I will do it slightly differently. I will still avoid the main thing, but with say salt and oil, because that's very important for my body to function. I will minimize it, but only like really cut it off on the last week, because those are the last week is like the most important. Yeah, but a lot of things you have to give up. And when during the retreat, like all the food was provided, and there's like absolutely no salt. Yeah. And no salt, no oil, no nuts, no fruits even. We're not even eating fruits because fruits have a lot of sugar. Yeah. So
highly recommend because it's make a big difference. People have experienced mess up their journeys, the physical body, like because they didn't follow diets, because there's certain chemical reaction will happen. Yeah. And also when we consume a lot of animal product, it's the liver has a bigger, it's more tiring and more toxin in the body. Just think about it. You go through this like super powerful medicine. The medicine will do whatever. They're so powerful. They will just do whatever they needs to do. So the more toxin on your body, mind, and spirit you bring to those medicine, the more medicine will just have a heavy duty work to do, right? So you meet the medicine, the more preparation is like your respect. Show up for the medicine, like, oh, medicine, please show me more to support me to the next level, like for the higher rim expression of me. Because I have already done my part to purge out, to release, the what I call the lower dimension, like those that you can do on yourself. The medicine is like, great, you have already got those sort of things. Let me show you something else more magical. Great. Any other questions? And okay, I think I also mentioned that next year I would do something different. I mean, for me, Peru is just amazing, and there's so many changes in my life because after as I embody more of my Lion Goddess Codex within me, there are changes in life, like people, relationships, reconfiguration with the physical reality. So, but gladly is not big change because the Ariel previously subconsciously already know this will happen. That's why she has already got her life almost like very like well organized and ready for any. It's like a blank canvas, but with all the basic coloring tools, all this infrastructure to have a like a next level higher rim life in 3D. And yeah, so there will be changes in her, maybe slightly in her personality and her, but it's a lot of things are actually internal shifts. Yeah. But yeah, people might be living in her field and she might feel called to move to somewhere else. For example, she's already now, we are thinking that we'll actually learn Spanish and move to Peru when it is winter in UK. So like it's become clear that like Ariel will be based in UK, but only in the warmer seasons. And learn Spanish and move to Central and South America in winter time. Yeah, many changes. It's gonna be fun. And yes, so the next year, Ariel will still want to come back. And this time she will be co-creating with something even more powerful. Yeah, it's called the Tree of Light. So imagine the tree of the avatar. Yeah, so they exist. And not many people know about it. It's very hard to find because it's only available very like only when people are really ready because it's a very, very powerful medicine. But Ariel's already actually connect with more with Tree of Light before Ayahuasca. But Ayahuasca is the window for her to get to Tree of Light. And but like she has already interest in Tree of Light as soon as she heard about it, like which is a couple of years ago. She already like, I don't want to do Tree of Light. But to be able to do Tree of Light, she has to go through the initiation of Ayahuasca first. And so that's that's our plan. That's our plan. Next year we'll come back to Peru and do Tree of Light with Ayahuasca. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in. I know it's a little bit long, but I'm very, very, very happy to be able to share this and anchor these codes into the physical rim. And any last minute questions? And you can also pop these questions into my social media anytime. And I wish you all beautiful, beautiful, beautiful life. Whatever you choose to do, I hope you choose to do it with joy, with purpose. You make your own purpose with appreciation, with respect. Yes, and love and freedom. All right. Okay. Blessed to be. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.